he can find a way to get out of those sticky situations and being able to be the best that he could possibly be for, you know, trying to avoid mischief, trying to avoid, you know, those things that you may not see. But God continues to surprise. That's why he's the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Because he will always continue to, you know, show you why he is ruler over all. He made this world, he can destroy it. We are here serving him. He is the Alpha. You know, he's done. We are just here and we are happy to be here, but at the end of the day, we know that there is something so much bigger than just you and me. You know, there's so much bigger, and we just got to keep on doing the best that we can while we're still on this earth so that we'll be able to thrive and we'll be able to move in a direction where not only does it take a lot to overcome, but it's so much more that we need to focus on, be able to see, be able to do what we're capable of doing, because at the end of the day, there's so much life left to live, and last thing you want to do is miss out because you've done something or was involved in something that you know, shouldn't have been involved in. We all make mistakes. We all make mistakes, but it's us to try to right the wrongs that we've done in our lives. You know, don't focus on just those mistakes, but focus on the positive outcomes and focus on doing better and learning from those mistakes. Don't let anything stop you. It's time for you to shine. So, finding our purpose is the next best thing because we're all here for a purpose. We're all here because of what we're able to do as far as the people that we surround ourselves with, the people that come into our lives. You know, it's not hard to just be able to sit down and think, oh, well, no matter what they're going through in their lives, I can see why they would take their anger and their aggression out on me. It's because they they're hurting themselves. Hurt people, you know. So don't think of all the negative things that you see or do. And there's a lot of people that's gonna criticize and tell you what you were doing wrong, or they're gonna just comment on your videos or your things that you got going on, and they're just gonna, find a way to take advantage of what you're doing as far as who you are, what person you are. Just know that no matter what you're doing and no matter what you're going through, people are gonna find a way to mock you, tear you down, uh, mess with your physical, mess with your mental. They're just there to spoil something wonderful and great that you are about to accomplish, and they want to get in the way of that, you know, because they have no lives of their own, so they have to go on the internet and basically tear other people down so it can build them up. And because they're very, very miserable and they're very, very, distraught, they have so much um, misery in their lives and things like that, to where they just don't understand how someone could actually enjoy life, be a part of something great, and they don't understand why, you know, why this person's so happy, why this person is, the way that he is, because a lot of times people will look at someone like me that's paralyzed from the neck down and be like, oh, well, how come he's so happy? How come, he's sitting here in front of a computer talking to a whole bunch of people? Why isn't he miserable? Why is he, don't he know that he can't walk? Can't he can't do anything for himself? Why is he so happy? I'm happy because God has blessed me in a way that I've never thought out or could have imagined. I'm here because of Him. I'm blessed because of Him. The reason why I'm able to talk to people right now is because of Him. I am literally a miracle from Him because He has given me so much in my life to where I thought about giving up. I thought about, you know, I went through so much, thinking about why was this happening to me? Why did this happen to me? But at the end of the day, things happen for a reason. Things happen for a reason, and for me, I believe that if I wasn't able to deal with what I'm dealing with, and He wasn't able to save me, bring me back, and other things like that, I would be a different man today. Hopefully, I always knew that I would bring a spark to this world. I knew that if I wasn't able to, get over my teenage shenanigans, I knew that there was going to be something worse, to where I probably wouldn't even be here right now. But I keep on thanking God and knowing that everything that I'm doing is because of Him. In my 20s and my 30s, things like that, it's a blessing, because me being able to be here and talk to you guys right now is such a blessing, such a wonderful thing that I'm able to do, and able to being able to have that inspiration to where I can talk about my injury now, to where, if I'm being completely honest with you, it was gonna be very, very tough to try to do that, as far as me being the way that I was, and being as though I am a little bit older, I'm a lot more mature, and things like that. I'm able to sit down and talk about it because I've been through it for so long, that I'm able to now, talk about what's been going on in my life, and being a light for other people who are dealing with a spinal cord injury. And let me tell you, my 16 is way different from your 16. If someone is injured, they're 15, like 14, 15, 16 years old, dealing with a spinal cord injury. I tell you that there's so many beautiful things that are going on as far as, stem cells, as far as so many other things that are going on that, you know, it's a blessing that probably wasn't available 15 years ago. So, me being able to, you know, look at it through a denser lens and being able to see that there is so much going on as far as advances and things like that, and there's a lot of technology going on to where you're thinking, well, man, this is amazing. This is great. There's so many opportunities and so many benefits now than what it was 15 years ago, you know? And you're able to look at it like, even though everything that's been going on in my life, I know that there's so much more to come, and so much more that is ready for all of us. We're just, you know, here for a brief period of time before we go see the big man upstairs, and to be forever in our, you know, forever in our true form. In my Father's house there are many mansions for you and me. So, looking forward to that day when I'm able to be in heaven and have a nice mansion waiting for me. I hope that I do everything that I can on this earth so that I will make my Father proud and continue to be a true vessel that He's made me to be, and also just focusing on positive things that's going on in my life, and not negative things, but just having that positive energy that I can use to be great and be thankful for everything that I'm going through, and just know that like life is unpredictable. Life is so much difficult than what people might think it is. It's not easy. You're going to be going through a lot of hardships in your life. It's definitely going to be a battle. It's going to be a long road ahead, but just remember that you are a true blessing, and you're going to see the best things in your life, and you're going to overcome every obstacle that you face. All you just got to do is believe and know that everything that you do, you're doing it for not just for yourself, but you're doing it so that other people and other people can see the positive things that you're doing, and they can also look at you as a role model and see that everything that you're doing not for yourself, but you're also doing it to help people, get be a positive influence in their lives, being able to see what they're able to see your flaws, and they're able to see your battles and everything that's going on in your life. That they're there for you, and they're pretty much joining you in your journey, because they're in the same position that you are, and some of them are probably not in the same position as you. Everyone's different. They could be, look at you for inspiration, where they're not in a, they're situation is totally different, but they look at you as an inspiration because that's exactly what you are. You know, you are a true inspiration, and they're looking at you like, oh, well, if he can do it, or if she can do it, then I can do it too. You know, even though they're probably in a better situation than you are, they can always look to you and see you as a role model, see you as an influence, and see you as, you know, a true inspiration, you know, to where other people can look at you and they're in a worse situation, and they can be like a positive, they can see you as like a positive influence in their lives also, you know. It's so many things that you can do and be able to see, and it's so many things that you're able to accomplish on your own and fight through whatever adversity or things that you're going through. You know, just know that you're not alone, and just know that even though times are tough right now, everything that you do, you're doing because it's a bright spot that you're given to someone who has been dealing with so much pain, suffering. So you being that positive light to someone who's in the dark or has been living in darkness for the longest time, you're able to bring them out and show that there is a positive light even in the darkest of places, and shining so brightly that there's no more darkness, and all you can see is light. And it's the light that you shined on that dark area that every time you walk past it now, it shines brighter than ever. So sometimes you gotta thank yourself and thank everything that you're doing, and be thankful for the people that's in your life, and continue to bless, you know, be a blessing, and also helping other people who are struggling, helping people who are in need, you know, just being a true guide and a true help for people who need it the most and who want to be helped, you know. And even to those who are not ready for that type of help just yet, all you got to do is just be patient and know that they're going through something. They're going through something a little traumatic. It's a little bit of a long road, tough road, but to continue to just do everything that you can to be that positive spark in their lives. So when they're ready to see you or hear you, you know, you already have everything that you want to say. You already said everything that you needed to be said, and all they have to do is just finally take the opportunity to listen, you know, because it's a struggle. It's a struggle for people who are dealing with this, or who are dealing with injury, disability, you know, not being able to do the things that you once were able to do, you know, but now you're able to see that everything that you're doing, you know, you're doing to help other people. And it's one of those beautiful things that you can see for yourself how amazing people are, and seeing how awesome that they can be. And everyone has their own journeys. Everyone has their own situations that they're going through, but being able to help them, guide them, and knowing how amazing that they are, that that's just the icing on the cake. A very delicious cake, by the way. By the way, I haven't had a cake in like years. You know, it's been one of those things where I don't even eat my own birthday cake. So, but yes, just continue to keep on being a positive light to those who are in need of it, and also just continue to focus on not only bettering other people but bettering yourself. It's okay to take time for yourself, focus on yourself, have some alone time with yourself, and be able to motivate yourself as well as being able to motivate other people, because there's a lot of other people in this world that definitely are in need of help, but it's not going to be all that possible if you can't help yourself. If you can't help yourself, then how are you able to help somebody else that's in need? Sometimes you just got to focus on yourself and what you're able to do, because a lot of times that we don't realize how important it is to be our best selves and learn, what we're capable of being, who we're capable of becoming, and how amazing everything is going to be when we actually take the time to just open our eyes and see what's out there and see how amazing and wonderful that things are, and what we're able to do as far as our lives, and how we're able to accomplish the things that we want to accomplish. So, yep. With that being said, y'all,